baby, no, like baby, 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 no, like baby, 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 no. Thought you'd always be mine, my Luda. When I was 13, I had my first love. There was nobody that compared to my baby, and nobody came between us or could ever come above. She had me going crazy. Oh, I was starstruck. She woke me up daily. Don't need no Starbucks. She made my heart pound and skip a beat when I see her on the street and at school on the playground. But I really want to see her on the weekend. She knows she got me dazing, 'cause she was so amazing. And now my heart is breaking, but I just keep on saying, baby, 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 no, like baby, 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 no, like baby, 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 no.
You'd always be
mine. When I was you, we'd always be together. So Grandma Stanford is all kinds of pumped up tonight.
Listen, pumping us up tonight. It is the 27th of October on this Tuesday. Scotty, how have you been?
Suki, I have been amazing. I'm so excited about the show. Our audience, everybody already lined up saying hello. You want to read off? I know they love when you read off the names.
All right. Jordan Gray is saying, hey, Anna. Louise Morelli Lupo. She said, Suki, save him. Shy CEO hanging in. Joanna Fanslow. Susan Smith. Brenda Ramsey. Irene Fitzhugh. Everybody's just got Cherry Hetrick. Hello. How are you? So, everyone's ready to party, and everyone, boy, Julie Giarno right there. And of course,
yeah.
Donna Fraschetto. We can't forget about y'all. And Rory, I won't forget about you either.
Suki.
Oh, Anna Hoover too.
Suki, I am so excited about tonight.
And Brenda.
Suk, we have had so many superstars and celebrities on this program. So many people who are, in the spotlight, not always in the spotlight, entertainers, comedians, Hollywood's finest. And tonight we literally have an Academy Award winning legend on the program.
It is pretty incredible. And the fact that we get to have fun and interview him and talk about his life, his legacy, a message that he wants to put forth into the universe with us. Mm-hmm. Also, the new project that he's working on, because he's not stopping. Don't talk about retiring to Lou. No, he's not going to do that. No.
Lou Gossett Jr. in the house tonight. Not only do we have Lou Gossett Jr., Jason Spiewak's going to join us around 8 o'clock. Suk, but many of the musical entertainers you see on the show are sent to us by Jason.
Jason, who himself is a musician and also was working in the record industry, one of the youngest music executives, who then parlayed his career into this amazing thing, which he now really helps our show out so much. And we're always very grateful to him because he gets some great guests all the time.
Yes, but he is also a musical genius himself. He's going to be on a little later. He's got the piano by his side. He's going to be playing a little Billy Joel for us.
Look at Elizabeth Lehman Hamburg, already excited for Jason Spiewak. I mean, look at that. Look at you.
Just listen. You could turn on Fallon, Kimmel, Stephen Colbert. You're not going to get a better show than this tonight, Sue.
You're not going to get a better show that's more informative, fun. And you know what? We can say whatever we want here.
That's true, Suki. Go screw yourself. How's that sound? You can say that if you want. And not only that, but coming up toward the end of the program, our musical director, the great Phil Poss, who the guy's got millions of fans around the world.
Absolutely. So we're going to be doing a pretty big retrospective also of Billy Joel, because somebody just said, is he going to play some Billy Joel songs? Yes, we are going to play some Billy Joel songs, Donna Fraschetto. We're going to do that. And also, Phyllis Trappini said, hello, you two. I'm going to talk like Phyllis because this is how I imagine her. Hello, you two. Please bring back Chef Clemenza. All right, maybe we'll do a little Friday cooking segment for you. We'll bring back Chef Clemenza. I like it.
Chef Clemenza was a big hit. Listen, Suk, before we bring Lou Gossett Jr. in, there was something going around social media this weekend.
That was viral, right?
One of those crazy things where one person hears one thing and the person sitting right next to you hears another.
Well, okay. You know what that made me think about? Remember that blue dress that somebody saw as blue, but other people saw it as silver? I forgot the whole thing. But go ahead.
You and I were doing our morning show here in New York when that blue dress, screen dress thing came out, and it was a sensation. So I saw something that was filled up my timeline, And here's what you do. I'm going to put it on for you.
All right.
And follow the instructions. And I want our audience to do this too. And I want everybody to tell me what they hear. Okay, what you hear coming out of this video. It's just one word. There's going to be 2 words on the screen. You look at one. Whatever word you look at, Suki, that's the word you hear on the speaker.
And this video went viral this weekend.
Went viral. We'll do it a couple times, but I'm going to put it up. Tell me what word you hear. What word did you hear, Suki?
I heard green needle. Anybody hear green needle? I heard
green needle also because I was looking at green
needle.
Suki, now I'm going to play it again. I want you to look at brainstorm and tell me what you hear, okay? Brainstorm will come up on the right-hand side. Tell me what.
I heard brainstorm.
That's good. Listen, just so you don't.
Wait, let me get this. So if I'm looking at one word, I hear that word. And if I'm looking at the other word, I'm hearing the other word.
Yes, Suk. Watch. So just so you know, it's not a gag where they switch off. Look at whatever word you want this time. Tell me what you hear, and I'll tell you what I hear. All right. I heard green needle.
I heard brainstorm.
You heard brainstorm?
I went for the opposite. Yeah.
It's unbelievable, right?
That's really strange because then if I look at the other side, I'm going to hear green needle.
Everybody writing in different words and saying this is crazy. All right, last one. I'm going to do it one more time.
Okay, one more.
Here you go. Tell me which one you hear.
I heard green needle.
I heard brainstorm. You know, it's funny. I looked at.
Is the right side of the brain hearing something, and it's like the brain is digesting what?
Is that what's going on?
I don't know. We're gonna have to find out. I thought there would be a science behind it. You're not gonna tell me the science behind this?
I don't know anything. I thought I was on drugs. I didn't know what was happening. I thought I was freaking out.
Okay, so a lot of people heard green needle and then they heard brainstorm, and Don Fraschetto and Jordan Gray are like, "Oh my God." Okay,
it's unbelievable. Now, I sat here before with my daughter standing next to me. We both looked at 2 separent things.
Yeah,
we both heard 2 different things at the same time.
It's sick. It's sick. That was pretty wild. I will say that was pretty wild.
Super.
I'm gonna find out, Tim. I'm gonna do a little research. And I'm going to find out the science behind that because obviously there's got to be some hook to it or something like that.
It's insane. It's insane, Suki.
All right.
Well, listen, Suk, we have a legendary Hollywood actor in our green room. And I don't want to keep him waiting any longer.
Oscar winning.
Yeah, Oscar winning, Academy Award winning. Lou Gossett Jr. When I say Lou Gossett Jr., what's the first thing you think of, Suki? What is it?
Officer and a Gentleman.
Officer and a Gentleman.
Roots.
Sergeant Foley, right?
Yep.
Over 300 movies, and the guy's still going. There's a new movie coming out. We're going to talk about it. But first, let's revisit real quick, shall we?
Let's do it.
The winner is Lou Gossett Jr.
Sergeant Foley will kick your butt, Suki. There he is, the man, the legend. Lou, how are you, my friend?
All right, get down. Give me 50.
I got nowhere to go.
I'm going to deal what?
Listen, thank you so much for coming on, bud. We really appreciate it. We're so excited to have you here, and we are just honored to have you on the show tonight, my friend.
Thank you. I appreciate it a lot. I'm a little nostalgic there in Jersey.
He is very nostalgic.
Back on the East Coast. I'm an East Coast person.
Okay, Lou, doing research on you, you've been in the business for 70 plus years at this point in your life.
1953.
Wow.
1953, Suki. It's unreal.
I tell a little story. I was a new kid on the block. I had a lead on a Broadway show. Never had acted before in my life. And my teacher, Dr. Gustav Bloom, very famous man from Europe, but not in the United States. His name was Gustav Bloomberg. You know, had the one eye patch and a beret. He was an English teacher. All those teachers, the intellectual cream of the crop, came to Brooklyn. They ran from Hitler and all those people.
Sure.
And they were gathered together in Brooklyn. So I was raised by them, and then I grew up with their children. Very special neighborhood. So there was no really racism. We had different, if my parents didn't get home in time, I could smell my way around the world. I could go to get some gefilte fish, some fried chicken, some corned beef. Depends on who was home.
Yeah. So wait, so like just in that neighborhood, you could have lasagna on one block, you could have gefilte fish, corned beef and cabbage. What?
Then we played stick ball. The third base with the Chevrolet on the left. We did a home run, and the girls had chalk and rope, and we were in 7th Avenue.
That is amazing.
And I grew up with those particular people and those teachers, so I didn't know anything about any racism. I thought then, God was good. We played stick ball and all that kind of stuff. And they told me differently in 1966, but I'm still sticking with the childhood.
All right, I like that. I like that positivity. So you were on Broadway at the age of 17.
Yes.
Working with some of the greats.
Yeah.
Ruby Dee, Sidney Poitier, Diana Sands. I mean,
59, yeah. So I was a new kid on the block, The great Paul Robeson, I didn't know who he was. He'd come and visit me. He kind of adopted me with his big basement. He'd bring me a sandwich, and somebody would bring me an apple. So my great-grandmother, who raised me and my cousins, she, to give you some education, she was a slave. So when she came back in 1953, I have a photograph of me and her. She was 115 when I was 17. So she came to see a play, a giant step, and a room full of celebrities. She says, "Get out of the way." So they get out of the way, and she slaps me 4 or 5 times. I said, "Why'd you slap me?" She says, "I taught you better. You cannot sass your grandma that way." I said, "No, it's a line in the play." She taught me 3 more times. "I don't care." She said, "I'm going to come back next week. Make sure you don't say it again." Everybody's in the dressing room in stitches. I had to say the line, but I stuttered every time I said it.
You were like shuddering, playing a flashback of your grandmother just setting you straight.
Damn it, Grandma, I'm not going to do that. She heard that and she went crazy. She said, "I can't wait to get backstage and slap that boy."
I love it. Well, listen, let's talk, because even when I said to Suki, when you think Lou Gossett Jr., immediately, Officer and a Gentleman comes to mind. Such a prolific character, right? Sergeant Emil Foley, I believe it was.
Right.
And you won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor, 1983.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you've been in so many movies before then, so many movies after then, but was that one of those roles that really just kind of raised you up a notch once that movie had come out?
Yeah, they fired another actor to give me that part, and
wow.
they fired. I tell you who, they paid him. He was going to do the part, and then all of a sudden I went to fight for the part, and Taylor Hackett said, "No, you got the part." So now I have to be careful what I ask for. So I went down to MCRD, which is an extension of Pendleton, San Diego, where the DIs trained, and for 60 days I hung out with them. Did everything but smoke the cigars, smoke the Camels, and drink the beer. And I became a DI, and I came back to the location with a couple of them with me.
Wow.
They gave me the attitude. So they really should have the Oscar, not me. They made an arena out of me.
And I just wanted to follow up with that. When Full Metal Jacket came out, and the drill sergeant in that movie, it was Gunnery Sergeant Hartman, guy who you knew very well, Army,
yeah.
Army, right?
Lee Ermey.
Who was a better drill sergeant in the movies, you or him, Lou? Which one?
He asked me, and I say I was, and he'll say he was. I asked the eyes about
it. I love it, man. I love it.
So, many people are like, yeah, look at that. Look at a young Richard Gere, and you got a chance to put him in his place. What was that?
I wanted to do that all my life.
You got a chance to yell at him and rhyme right around. I like it.
Private mayonnaise.
Private
It wasn't that no more neither. Yeah.
So was that like sort of lightning in a bottle? I mean, you know, people also met you, and I mean, I remember as a young child, we'd all run home and watch Roots. You know, like that was like it was one of those incredible moments where, you know, rarely do people really just sit around the TV anymore, where the whole family, it was like must see, watch, and that is even such a difficult picture to look at. But for the first time, we were able to see the story that wasn't told before, and America saw it in Roots.
Yeah, and they were afraid that they would turn it off. When they did, they turned it off. The world turned it on. It was a pleasant surprise. Another lightning in the bottle.
I mean,
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Did you get an Emmy for that? Did you get an Emmy? Yeah.
For Roots, yeah. And also, you know, the other movie that really it was a series. What they make, like 4 or 5 of them, of Iron Eagle.
Yeah, the Iron Eagle.
Iron Eagle.
Yeah.
Quick, what was your character's name in Iron Eagle, Lou?
Chappie.
Chappie Sinclair.
Well, yeah, Chappie Sinclair. That's right. Yeah.
And I was telling him off the air, you know, that Cobra Kai is such a huge series right now.
Good man. I like him a lot.
Yeah, on Netflix.
Yeah, he's amazing.
And in like the second episode, Johnny Lawrence, who's still living in the 80s, you see him sitting on his couch watching Iron Eagle. And he's getting his inspiration.
You're right, by Chappie. Yeah,
Chappie. And
I remember seeing that. You're right.
So funny.
So many roles that you played, out of all of them, I mean, it's like children, right? I can imagine, because each one you, as an actor, you give birth to, and it catapults you and shifts your career in different places. Is there a role, looking back on a career that spans 70 plus decades?
Yeah.
Like
one, yes. And talking about giving birth, there was a film called Enemy Mine.
Enemy Mine, yes.
Dennis Quaid, where I had to create a character from scratch, from another planet. So I got a mime to do a little work, and I got a ballerina to do a little work, and a workout man, so I could use my body unnaturally for human, and then do a fill up. So I gave birth in that movie.
Wow. Do you know what the heck I went through twice in my life?
No, I understand.
Well, Lou, listen, you are first of all of our viewers are just, everybody's writing in. They love you. You know, they revere you. Everybody's writing in, you know, what their favorite characters were for you. Everybody's putting in quotes from different lines and movies. But you have a new movie coming out called The Reason.
Reason, yes.
And that's coming out in December. And before we talk about that, let me give you a quick 30 seconds from the movie. Here you go.
A lot of us have some things inside of us that are eating us up.
Baby. Julie, call a doctor.
Things that make us believe that we're rotten.
I think that you have caused miracles.
He stopped breathing. I can save him.
You don't save lives. You can prolong them. 6 or 100. It's nothing compared to eternity.
Why would God want to hurt a little boy?
Yes.
Well, I kind of wish it was on before the election, but timing is timing.
That looks like a good movie.
Now already, so it's nice. It's a good play.
So tell us about The Reason. What, you know, and why you felt you had to lend your acting, you know, prowess to it.
Because I had reached I hadn't worked a day in my life in show business. Never had worked. It was all right, but it never worked. So this film had a philosophy that I was having reoccurrence of on a daily basis at this particular time. And I was believing certain things you believe in, you get it accentuated. And this one is the belief in God. All of a sudden, here comes a movie where I can prove it. So I did play this minister, and you'll see when you see the movie what happens to me right in the middle of it.
Okay.
And this is why I took it, because it was a challenge, and there's no acting involved then. It's about what I'm thinking about at that particular time.
Is there an actual message now? Like, as we're in such a pivotal point in our, you know, with the pandemic going on, so many people suffering in so many different ways, elections, you know, people are really figuring out what they need to do. Your foundation that you started, a racism right there. Tell us all about it. Does it all come full circle for you? I mean,
come full circle. It's amazing when we get the opportunity to travel and see how other people live. You get other inputs. He was a hippie, he was a flower child and all that. But it comes down to one common reality, just like it was in Coney Island. God is in charge all of the time. Travel all around the world with different philosophies. We're hippies, all kind of stuff. When we come back to it, we all have one answer. There's only one answer left. If you want to save mankind, it's going to take mankind, all of them, to save mankind. In the middle. So when this country was supposed to fall flat on its face, mankind took over during the Depression, and we saved one another. We need to do that globally. If we're not doing that, then we all may as well be in a 747 airplane. It's about to crash.
Yeah.
But people inside the plane are fighting over who's going to be in first class.
Lou, this movie comes out on demand on December 15th.
Yes.
Right straight to our TV sets. And, you said you started in the 50s. So, you're an old Hollywood guy. What do you think about the way things have progressed where movies, and again, it's because of the pandemic, or it'd be opening up in theaters, but, a guy who's been around Hollywood for over, for 60 years, the progression of it where you make a movie and boom, it's coming right out to everybody's TV on December 15th.
Whatever they say in the East Coast is whatever.
You don't care. Just pay me.
Don't call me late for dinner, and make sure the check's there on top.
Listen, Scotty, 7 decades in the business. I mean, does it really matter? I mean, the legacy is real. An Academy Award winner, an Emmy winner.
Yes. Then we make it.
Do you I know you have 2 adult sons. Did anybody follow in your footsteps? And do you have grandchildren? Tell me all about,
I have grandchildren. That's my heart. They're my love. Let me find a picture of one of them. It's a long time. Maybe at the end I'll reach out for it.
Okay.
My son is coming to visit me and my cousin on Thanksgiving. He's 9. That's my heart.
Aw.
So I've got a natural son and one I took off the streets of St. Louis when he was 6.
Wow.
And he married a large family. He came from a large family. So I got a pretty full family.
Wow.
So I'm very grateful to have them to come and visit me on Thanksgiving.
So I love it. Lou, I got to ask you a question. Is there a friend, in Hollywood, your favorite, a person that you call, you've gotten to know over the years that, I don't know, a favorite actor for you personally that you'd love to work with, or somebody that you have worked with that is now your dear friend?
Well, I have a lot of dear friends. Bill Duke is one. Getting ready to give him a tribute. There's a couple others that are like that. I've lost some. That have left me. Robert Guillaume, God rest his soul.
Robert Guillaume.
Yeah, Benson.
Oh my gosh, love Robert.
Yeah, so we represented. So we joined in together.
Lou, go ahead. No, I was going to say what I didn't realize was you were on one of my. We had Danny Bonaducci on the show maybe 2 weeks ago. From the Partridge Family, and I didn't realize that you were on the Partridge Family with a guy by the name of Richard Pryor.
I miss him. We were buddies. Yeah, it was his balance, my balance. Yeah.
Back in the early in the 70s and 80s, you were making cameos, huh?
Absolutely. Yeah. That was a lot of fun.
I love it, man. I love it. And then I'm going to show you your life in 3 pictures right here.
What have you been eating? Too many knishes.
Too many knishes. So funny.
So the movie's The Reason. It comes out on December 15th. There's the poster for it right there. And boy, Lou, you don't look a day over 53 in that picture right there.
And listen, he gets to play, what's Tatiana Ali like? I absolutely adore her.
Outstanding actress. Outstanding. I'm very blessed to work with actresses like that.
Listen, Scotty and I used to both work at CBS at some point in our lives. And I remember back in the day, all the old camera guys would tell us stories about Studio 54, blah, blah, blah. Like, tell me what those days in New York were like, Lou. Come on, give us the skinny.
That you leave sometime soon. So the thing about Studio 54 is you go into Studio 54, you make a full circle, and you go out the door when you finish the circle.
You go in and go out.
It's about an hour and a half to make a full circle. A couple of dances and stuff. And when you finish the circle, you go out the door.
You go out the door.
Yeah.
What was New York like? Was it gritty? Was it like buzzing? Was it you?
Shiny Diamond.
Shiny Diamond.
It was outstanding. Everybody in the world was there. Everybody.
Love. Lou, did you ever see Reggie Jackson pulling up to Studio 54?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Probably, right? He was always there pulling up in his roles.
Yeah, well, he did that before he was hitting home runs. After he was going to hit the home runs. He couldn't find the baseball after that.
Well, Lou, listen, as we said earlier on, you've been in well over 300 movies, right?
Yeah.
So what I did is I thought it'd be a good time to play the Lou Gossett synopsis movie quiz. And I'm going to play, you're going to play against Suki, who happens to be a Lou Gossett Jr. expert when it comes to your movies, Lou.
Oh, my goodness.
So here's how it's going to work. We're going to do about 6 movies. I'm going to read you the synopsis of the movie as it states on IMDb, and you're going to tell me the name of that movie. I'll do one Suki and one you, and we'll go back and forth.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. And if she doesn't get it, you'll tell me.
You can steal. You can steal it from me.
Steal the points, Lou. Here we go.
Steal the points.
So here's an easy one for Suki. A young pilot plans a rescue mission with his father. An Air Force colonel is shot down over enemy territory and captured.
Iron Eagle.
You got it.
Iron Eagle with Jason Gedrick, right?
Absolutely.
Jason Gedrick. All right, Lou, this one's for you. A little harder now. A pair of adventurers try to track down an ancient Aztec, Mayan, Egyptian, Apache horde of gold.
Firewalker.
Oh, nicely done. Who was your co-star in that movie?
Karate Man.
Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris, yeah.
All right, my friend. Suk, here we go. We're 1-1.
All right. You going to give me a tough one now?
This is very tough. A teacher is assigned to be the principal of a violent and crime-ridden high school.
The principal.
It's right there in it, Suk. Lou, who was the co-star?
Jimmy Belushi.
Jim Belushi. Man knows his movies. Lou, do you know some people who come on with us, they don't remember the movies they're in? Here we go.
Life. It's all fun.
3 more, Lou, for the tie right here. Gabriel Cain has just been released from prison when he sets up a bet with a businessman. The businessman owns most of a boxing-mad town called?
Bigstown.
Nicely done, my friend. Who was your co-star?
Well, Jimmy Woods.
James Woods.
James, what the heck was James Woods like? What's he?
The Rhodes Scholar.
All right, Suk, here we go. 2 more.
Oh, 2 more? Oh my God.
Last one for you.
Officer and gentleman, one of them?
No, that'd be too easy.
Crap. Okay.
Go ahead.
In Bermuda, Suki, 2 amateur treasure hunting divers have a run-in with local criminals when they're inadvertently discover the secret cargo of a World War II shipwreck.
Oh, boy.
World War II shipwreck.
You need some help, Lou?
I feel like I know it, but I don't know if I know it.
There'll be an actress in it. Jacqueline Bisset.
Jacqueline Bisset was in the movie.
Jacqueline Bisset. Beautiful.
Nick Nolte.
Nick Nolte before he lost his mind. The Deep is the right answer, Suki. Nicely done. Nicely done. Now, and your character, Lou, in that movie, was it Henri Cloche or Henry Cloche? Henri?
Henri Cloche.
Cloche, okay.
Cloche.
Yeah.
All right, Lou, last one for you or Suki gets the win. Here we go. Let me finish before you answer. You get this one, I'll be amazed. Here we go. A 13-year-old brat, Ben, has to spend the summer in Iowa on a farm with his estranged grandfather. Between a dog and his friendly neighbor, Ben learns life lessons about friendship and family.
I forgot the name, but it's got Peter Fonda in it.
Peter Fonda is in the movie, and Mira Sorvino.
Mira Sorvino, I can't remember the name of it, though. Smitty. Okay. Yeah.
There you go. And here, this was the Diggs Town with James Woods,
James Wood.
the principal. I remember this movie.
Yeah.
Blue cheese.
You and Chuck.
Uh-huh.
And of course, Iron Eagle.
Iron Eagle.
Good stuff.
I love it. Lou, listen.
Jersey one day, and then you both got dinner on me.
So can you imagine us having dinner with Lou Gossett Jr.?
No, I can't imagine it.
I got a call.
Lou, I'm recording the show, so I have it on tape now.
Now I got to prove it, huh? Leave a number and I'll call you guys.
Oh, you got it, bud. Absolutely. Listen, the movie is The Reason. Comes out December 15th on demand and DVD. But everybody, it's so easy just to get it on demand now. Lou Gossett Jr. is listen. Souk, does it get any bigger than Lou Gossett Jr.?
It doesn't get any bigger.
The other two movies coming out.
What's that, Lou?
One is the Poster Boy, and the other is the Foster Boy, and the other is the Cuban.
Those are more movies coming out for you
at the same time. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
That's listen.
Can I ask you a question? Do you think about slowing down at all? I mean, this is incredible.
I'm afraid to tell my brain.
And have you always, Lou, had this incredible memory because you knew every movie that you've been on?
Listen, it's like a moment in life. It's wonderful. It's better than working.
Lou, I actually read before you go. I read while you were shooting Officer and a Gentleman. Were you were starring in another movie at the same time?
No.
Oh, okay. Maybe that was false then, or you maybe there was a movie out at the same time while you were shooting. Okay, that's a lot of lines to remember. I don't know how you keep it straight.
Well, I did the best I could.
Lou Gossett, hold on. Let me show you that one more time, Souk. Look at this guy. I saw this movie on the other day on HBO. I caught just about the end when you and Mayo go into the hangar and beat the crap out of each other.
Yeah.
Were those weren't stunt doubles, right? That was you guys doing that fight.
It was us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great. Love it. Lou Gossett, you are a legend, my friend.
Thank you.
Lou, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Our audience absolutely loving you right now. They're all going to buy that. What was it, $19.99 on demand? $19.99 on demand, Lou?
$19.99.
He doesn't. I'm just teasing you. Lou, we love you, pal. Thank you so much.
Thank you both.
Honor to have you on, buddy.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, Lou.
Lou, you're going to be something big in this industry. You keep going.
You think so?
Yeah, you got a career in this industry.
Lou, what do you think about this show? What do you think about this show? I'm sure you've been interviewed.
I want to do it again. Call me.
I love it.
Love you, Lou. Thank you so much, pal.
God bless you.
All
God
right,
bless
buddy.
you, sir. God bless you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Souk, do you know what I just took away from that?
That we're going to dinner?
We're going to dinner with Lou Gossett. I didn't hear anything else he said after that.
He's like, I'm inviting you two to dinner. I was like, this is incredible.
Souk, you know what's funny about this show? Like George Lopez and all the big celebrities that come on, by the time we're done, they're all like, hey, take my number and call me so I can come on again.
Yeah, I love it. This is great. That was amazing. Can I tell you, Yvonne Burns, it was so lovely to see Lou. You could see his story. He's an amazing actor. Take care. Jordan Gray, so humble, so sweet. Love you, Lou. Jeannie Clay, what a big heart. Jennifer Stoddard, good night, Lou. I mean, listen, does it get any bigger than Lou Gossett Jr., Academy Award winner?
It's unbelievable.
The first African-American to win an Academy Award for his role in
Supporting Actor?
Gentleman. Amazing.
Is that true? First one?
First, yeah.
Wow. Thank God they didn't. I figured that video was old enough they wouldn't shut down our show if I played it. I'm like, all right, let's see. 1983, that's 30 years. It should be good to play.
I was waiting for you to get his speech. I wanted to hear his speech.
Well, I didn't want it to go too long, and I didn't want to make him wait, but I figured we'd just get him up there, and man, oh man, unbelievable. Suki, I didn't know you were so good at Lou Gossett Jr.
I know my 80s films. I know like old things. I don't know anything new anymore. And
Wait,
something. I feel like you should do a commercial for memory because How does he remember everything? Sometimes I don't even. You know what a hard time I have remembering codes now. Codes.
I know.
Like, what's the code for this? The code for that? What's the password for this?
We've had guys on the show and women who I'll do that game with them, and they don't remember some of the movies they were in, right?
Exactly. Or the lines.
Sook, what word do you...
Brainstorm.
I heard Green Needle. It's unbelievable.
No, but I'm serious. He remembered his co-stars. He remembered, like, that's pretty fantastic. I'm just going to say that. You know, he's 84 years old, everybody.
So
84 years old.
When Lou Gossett Jr. comes to the New York area, where are we going for dinner? That's what I want to know.
I'm going to go to a great, whatever he wants to eat. He likes to do that. So,
man, oh man, I'd say you think we can get a Broadway show out of him, but there's no shows.
Look at Donna Fraschetto saying, like, if you forget your passwords, you need code book. Code book. Everybody heard Green Needle.
Suki, listen, of course, Phil Poss coming up later on in the show. Phil, there was a crazy ice storm in Oklahoma today. Phil sent me video. It literally looks like another planet.
I mean, 2020 get any worse? Like, I don't even understand. You see those fires out west? It's incredible. I mean, you're like, what is going on?
Phil might be under a table right now next to his fireplace because he doesn't have electricity. So I turned the call on the phone on his cell. Maybe we'll make him sing while he's by the fireside. But so listen, we were talking earlier in the show about Jason Spiewak. And Jason's one of those guys that we go to. He brings us, you know, many of our musical guests on this show. David Higgins, Megan
Toby Lightman.
Right. Hey Monet, those guys, they're all, you know, all from Jason. And, you know, he texts me, Constantine, we met through
Constantine Maroulis, yes.
Constantine. And, you know, Jason will text me and say, I have a great singer, guitarist, songwriter. And sure enough, every time they come on, these people are amazing. But what we did not know, Suki, is that Jason is a musical genius himself.
All right.
This guy, you got what I sent you. I mean, he worked for a record company. He's done it all. And the guy plays the piano. And he also dates someone that you and I know very well. And
who's he sleeping with?
We'll talk to him about that.
You know who Jason's sleeping with?
I know who he's sleeping with. I don't know how he got this done, Suki, because I've been in love with this woman since we met her. Mm-hmm. And it just pains me to bring him. I didn't want to bring him on the show, Suki, because I'm jealous. But and Jason's going to kill me because he sent me a video of a song because, you know, I like to play a video before we bring folks on. But I totally dropped the ball and couldn't download it for some reason.
Okay.
I'm bringing him on right here. Here he is. Jason. Look at this guy.
Happy to be here, you guys. Thanks for having me.
How you doing, bud? Look, Suki's got the candle.
No wonder he got the girl. What are you talking about,
Scotty? Scott, I applaud it. I applaud your choices here.
Listen, Jason, I told Suki who you were dating. We both know her. I don't know if she wants it. We could say her name. We could say where she works, who she works for. I won't, just in case she doesn't want us to.
Right.
But you, dude, talk about outkicking your coverage. How'd you work that out?
You know, I can't. I told her I had a great dinner coming up with the two of y'all and Lou in New York, and you know, she was impressed.
It's the music. It's the Sook. Anybody who plays piano, they get the pretty girls.
It's always the musician, don't you know? We love it. Women love it. We love a man who could sing us a song, especially by candlelight.
It's true. That's a famous Eddie Murphy bit. You know?
Jason, how you doing, buddy? You're like a legend here because, as I was telling everybody, you supply us. You're like a talent agent on one side of your career where you just, you know, you've supplied us with some of our most memorable musical guests that we've had on.
Well, the genius is all yours. You guys just get to make me look good. You take such good care of my clients and give them this platform. And I love the show. I mean, I'm excited to see Phil later. Like I'm going to be tuned in.
Oh yeah, Phil will be on. And listen, did you hear Lou wants to take us for dinner? Lou Gossett Jr.
Come on,
dude, he's taking us for dinner. And this when he
where are we going?
He's never coming up this way again. But he said when he That's so great. How do you get into like the talent agent side of the business where you start to, book people to appear and go play at other gigs? How do you get that going?
Well, I started out playing in a band, went to Penn State, and found some like-minded folks who enjoyed sitting around and smoking weed. And so that is what brought us together. We bought a band. We toured from Canada to Florida. The band was called Blue Suede Groove. And we played drinking music for frat boys in backwards white baseball caps for a while. Parlayed that into an assistant job at a record company and crossed over to the dark side.
Listen, you were like the youngest label president for Warner.
Yeah, 27 years old.
I mean, come on, you weren't just a pot smoking musician. You were a high achieving pot smoking musician. Come on, give yourself a little credit.
I was ambitious. I was just so desperate to stay in the business when I finally got an assistant job that it was all the cliche stuff. I was the first guy in the office. I was the last guy to leave. I was reading every piece of paper I could reasonably get my hands on. And I was mentored by some really great people in the business.
So I love it. And this band you're in, the Golden Dimes, you guys got two albums out right now?
We do. Again, it's like, like-minded people, but we're all suburban dads and just sort of moonlighting, living the dream. But we made a pretty quality record and got some airplay on Sirius XM. I know a guy, nice.
You know a guy over there.
You got a guy who knows a guy who knows another guy?
Another guy, yeah. Just don't ask me any Lou Gossett Jr. movies.
I'm good at that, Jason.
I was so impressed.
Listen, I'm good at
on point. Unity, love.
Listen, 80s and 90s. That's where I stop. After that, I don't know. It just fall off a cliff in 2000.
I pick back up with Schitt's Creek.
I do too.
What a great show, Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
I love it. And the best thing is that you heard all the news anchors and TV people how to say Schitt's Creek now. And it's
Schitt's Creek.
The S has the money symbol on it, so we're not really cursing.
I'm not saying anything.
So Jason, listen, man, we're going to talk more, but I know you got the piano. Our audience loves to sing and dance. They love to hear music and get out of their, their own zones for a while. So what are you hitting us with first?
Well, I'm going to play one of ours. This is a Golden Dimes tune, the one that was played on the Pulse. This is called Light is Love.
Light is
nice. Light is Love.
Pain, baby, all I bring is pain. Watch your body twist and turn as the wind whispers my name just the same. You adore the things I say, been betrayed by your own heart. And if I'm wrong, then you're right as the rain. But if I'm right, it's a light as love. Suffer more than you can ever explain. But baby, please don't be moving on. And if I'm wrong, then you're right as the rain. But if I'm right, it's a light as love. Suffer more than you can ever explain. But baby, please don't be moving on. Hey, you don't need to leave today. Every morning that's what I'll say, and hope that you decide to stay. Pray for your mind to give you strength when you listen into your brain, but your heart's bleeding just the same. And if I'm wrong, then you're right as a rain. But if I'm right, it's a light as love. So the moment you can never explain, baby, please don't be moving on. If I'm wrong, then you're right as the rain. But if I'm right, it's light as love. Suffer more than you can never explain. But baby, please don't be moving on. You must admit it's a natural selection, but I hardly know which side I'm on. Rising from the pit, it's an animal attraction. But am I the scorpion or the frog? And if I'm wrong, then you're right as the rain. But if I'm right, it's light as love. Suffer more than you can ever explain. But baby, please don't be moving on. And if I'm wrong, then you're bright as the rain, but if I'm right, it's light as love. Seven more than you can ever explain. Baby, please don't. Please don't, we're moving on.
That was beautiful.
Thanks, y'all.
Nice. And Suki, now you know why he's dating who he's dating. Now you know. Jason Kidd, I love it, man. So you're living where now? You in the suburbs, in the city? Where are you?
I'm in the burbs.
In the burbs, right?
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's quiet. You know, I have 2 kids, and 14 and 11, so definitely have my hands full.
Right.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome aboard, my friend.
Welcome aboard that crazy show.
Yep. You know, and working from home is great, especially when you're relearning 6th grade math. I mean, it's
you don't have to tell me about that.
Yeah, right?
I sit and scream. We're talking about foundations. It's like phonics for now, like, you know. So I'm sitting there. How do I tell my 6-year-old that no, KNOW, is like the word no, but just forget the K, forget the W, forget the, N-O. That's all you need to see. No.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's
I don't even know how to teach it.
Listen. I just, it's like when they were kids, I just rub a little whiskey on my gums and then I feel great.
Hey, you know what? Now that there's 3 of us, Jason and Suki will all see what we hear on this video. Ready? Jason, what'd you hear?
I heard brainstorm.
Suki, what'd you hear?
I heard brainstorm, and I was trying to look right in the middle and not look at either.
And I heard green needle. That's unbelievable. All right, one more. Jason, what'd you hear?
Green needle.
I heard brainstorm again.
Brainstorm? I had green needle on that again.
Put the needle on the record.
The needle on the
beat goes like this. So you took piano lessons when you were younger, or you got into it when you were a little older?
I did. I took piano lessons starting around age 11. Took from a neighbor's mom, one of my buddies, and then got a little bit more serious with it in high school. Studied conservatory level piano freshman year at Penn State.
Oh.
And really just got my ass handed to me. It was brutal.
I can imagine.
An older French gentleman, Stephen Smith, just like he would literally smack my hand with a ruler. It was some other stuff.
Yeah. God, I know so many people who go to Penn State also. So it's just such a great school. Now now everybody's stuck not doing much, but they're making the best of their partying situation.
Got to do it, man.
Yeah. Now I understand. Somebody told me you had like a Billy Joel medley revved up and ready to go tonight.
Let's see what happens, man. No promises. I would love to try. I'd love to experiment, see if this can happen. I love Billy Joel. It's what inspired me to start. Let's do this thing.
Light it up, baby.
I don't need you to worry for me, 'cause I'm alright. I don't want you to tell me it's time to come home. I don't care what you broken back, but at least you can polish the finger. And it seems such a waste of time. If that's what it's all about, and mama, if that's you moving up within honesty is such a lonely word. Everyone is so untrue. Honesty is hardly ever, but it's mostly what I need from you. Is it easy not the best of times, but they're the only times I've ever known. And I believe there is a time for meditation in Cathedral Bound. And I have seen that sad surrender in my life. And I can only stand apart and sympathize. For we are always when our situations end us. It's either sadness or euphoria. Riding around with the car top down and the radio on. Nobody looked any finer. There was more ahead at the Parkway Diner. They never knew they were surely been doing it, it would only know how to survive. And they got in the palm with the deep palm carpets and a couple of paintings of sand. They want a bed that they bought with the bread they saved for a couple of years. They started to find when the money got tight and they just didn't count on the tears. Bottle whites, whatever kind of mood you're in tonight. Meet you anytime you want in our Italian restaurant.
Oh,
was incredible.
Thanks, y'all.
man.
Oh, I love that.
Jason, I have a question. I've always had a question about scenes from an Italian restaurant.
Yes.
I ask this to Suki all the time. Nobody could ever answer this question. I don't even know if I'd like to ask Billy Joel this question. Brenda and Eddie was still going steady in the summer of 75.
Right.
Then they decided the marriage would be at the end of July. Right? And they go through this whole thing, the couple of paintings from Sears, the whole thing. Water bed, blah, blah, blah. And then Brenda and Eddie had it already by the summer of 75.
Yeah.
How did they go? How did they get divorced so quickly?
Yeah, very upsetting. I don't know.
I don't get it.
And he's a guy who's usually so careful.
They went through so much, and it would only took a month before they got clipped.
Billy, what are you doing to us?
I just don't get. I need to know the answer. I need to know if he realizes it or it's in there like that for a reason.
Maybe it was in and out. You know, like how kids go in, they're out, they're in.
They were young. They were young.
You know,
I see it with my 14-year-old. That's how long his average relationship.
But listen,
that's the way it's supposed to be, though.
But there's a line. There's a line in the song. What was it that they bought that they had saved for a couple of years?
Right. Yeah, big water bed.
Big water bed.
They had saved for a couple, so you assume they saved while they were married for a couple of years, but then we go back to the summer of 75, and now we're getting divorced.
But listen, or maybe they were saving together, like he was saving his bat mitzvah money, she was saving his 16 money, and then they wanted to get the bed so they could, you know, seal the deal, and then they decided, you know what, this isn't so good. I'm done.
What do we write for the Village Voice or something?
I do.
We got to find. You got to get me an answer on that, bud.
Listen, in 2003, the Village Voice said Jason Spiewak is a bitter, jaded, trite, watered-down alternative Billy Joel.
Nice.
That was the nicest thing they said.
Nicely done, my friend. Watered down, huh?
They handed me lemons, and I became a record company president.
Dude, what's that like having, you know, that type of power and control over people who are trying to make it big in the business?
Well, you know, it's you got to crush a lot of souls, Scott, and sometimes you have to go out of your way.
And you're just the guy to do it.
The truth of the matter is that it was a really hard time to be profitable in the music business. We were going from $20 discs to 99-cent downloads. It was a challenging time. And so, you know, in those moments, the artists that were willing to take risks got the rewards. And I think, you know, that principle really applies now. And so when I was running a label, I looked for artists like Rachel Platten. I signed her to her first record deal, wow. The Song Girl, Real Big Fish, who enjoyed a nice renaissance when they were signed to my label, Sister Hazel. Yeah, it's really, you know, you got to find artists that are willing to boldly go.
It's so true because it almost turned into like, where was everybody? Like, where were the garage bands? Where were the bands? It was like almost like singer-songwriters. It kind of went into that genre.
Yeah, it's part of what was going on at the time too. You know, touring was very expensive, and so one dude in a car was cheaper and easier than 20 dudes in a bus. And I think there's a little bit of,
hey, it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like what TV is seeing, right? Netflix, all of the things that are happening now with Amazon, Netflix, streaming services, Roku. I mean, everybody is seeing their own sort of realities kind of happen as we speak. I mean, and it's only going to get worse because I'll tell you right now, my kids don't watch anything. I mean, like literally. I mean, it's hysterical. I'm like, are you going to watch that or is that it?
Right.
Yeah, no, the perpetual scroll and the TikTok stuff is just
and Roblox. There's a game called Roblox, and all the kids play. It's just
I got hip to that a few months ago. I love Natural Disaster. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. And listen, you know, we're in the same boat. My wife and I are glued to Netflix right now with this friggin' Queen of the South. You guys ever watch that? The cartel series?
No.
Oh my God! It's just that every episode, your heart.
I'm just starting Ozark, and I know you're going to be like, what?
Ozark.
Yeah, you know, I just didn't want to. It was so dark, and I was like, do I really want to watch some insane lunatic I work with hypochondriac, like it's men who are always in my mind that are.
Like work.
I didn't want it, and I didn't want it in my home life.
I love it. I love it. Jason, listen, man, you were amazing as advertised. You know, you're a legend over here for, you know, bringing us some fantastic guests.
And our people and our viewers love you, Jason. Thank you so much. You've entertained us for so many months. You've lifted our spirits. So we can't be more grateful for that.
Yeah, and I'll tell you that there's a couple of people that we've had on here from you that I'm like, man, I would be their manager in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
because I just think they're incredible. You know, David Higgins, I love.
Yes.
Guy. I mean,
Toby
yeah,
Lightman,
Toby.
fantastic.
All those people were so good.
Hey, Monea.
Hey,
I love those guys.
Those guys are great, and Megan Farrell, and but I know David. He was just in the city playing last weekend. I'm like, dude, who's going to a little bar right now to sit?
That's crazy.
I'm like, I'd come see you, but I can't come to the city right now and watch it. But listen, Suki, we're going to have a big live night one of these days when things get better, and all of your people are coming. They're all going to play.
Man, let's do it. And we have exciting music coming. David Higgins has a new single coming in December. Tara Hack as well. Megan Farrell.
Tara we had on. So great. They're all great. Listen, man, you're great too. That the songs you just sang were incredible. So where can people find your music? You tell us about the 2 albums that are out right now.
Yeah, please. JJ's House and Uncommon Sense, the 2 records by Golden Dimes, are available. If anyone has a copy of my solo record from 2003, I'll pay you $20 for it. I'm trying to get out of circulation. Suki, Scott, I appreciate it so much. And like I said, I'm a fan of the show. I'm tuned in regularly, and I love what y'all are doing. Thank you.
Listen, don't try to get in on our Lou Gossett dinner, all right? That's you, man. Don't try to get in.
My girlfriend, then can we come?
If you bring her with you, then you
bring her. Only if you bring her, Jason.
Fair enough.
Jason, thank you, buddy. We love you, pal.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, bud. Take care.
All right, Jason. Have a great night. Thank you.
Suk, what a show.
Such a good guy. I mean, listen, I can listen to a man playing by candlelight all day long. I mean, it's the truth. I mean,
if I played like that, I would sit there all night and play.
Look at like people are like, I got Prime and Netflix on my phone, and I just sit and watch it all night long. I'm like, yeah, that's what the world is doing now.
Yeah,
on your phone watching stuff.
That's amazing. And Suki, you know what I did? I'm changing over my TV and internet service on Thursday.
What are you changing it over to?
I'm changing over to Verizon Fios. And I ordered. You ready for this? I ordered the 1 gigabyte.
That's what I have.
You have the 1 gig?
Yeah.
I ordered the 1 gigabyte service, and I'm going to be in like Flynn because the other service that I have, I won't badmouth them. But it's just, I'm constantly unplugging the back of the box. I'm constantly resetting. Sometimes we have problems with my Wi-Fi on this show, and I just can't have it anymore, Sue. I can't have it.
The antenna like this. Good, Scotty.
Listen, stand by the box. Anything happens, you unplug it and get it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Phil says he's backstage, but I don't see him.
I don't see you, Phil. Phil, we're waiting for you, my friend.
Hold on. Let me get Phil because he's trying to come on, and our audience wants Phil. We got to just see where Phil is. Hold on 1 second. Let me just send him. I'm going to copy and send him the link.
Jeannie Clay has Service Electric. What's that? Never heard of that.
Yeah, Service Electric. That's one of the cable companies.
Oh, I never heard of that. Okay, she loves it. All right, Jeannie.
But yeah, I'm gonna be styling, Suk. I got every channel coming in. I got it all working. DVRs throughout the house. Your 1 gigabyte service works well.
We're happy so far. I mean, I was taping a show out of my house, so I mean, it seemed like everything was going. No status,
So you got to see this. Hold on, I got Phil. Hold on.
Is he wearing a tank top? Are you by a campfire, Phil?
Pretty much. I'm by my fireplace. That's the only source of light and heat that we have right now.
Oh, I love it.
What in God's green earth happened, Phil?
Oklahoma's had one of the worst ice storms in several years. We got power lines down all over the state.
In Oklahoma, an ice storm.
Yes, a very, very bad one. We've been out of power for several hours today, several hours last night, and so yeah, the only light and heat source we have right now is our fireplace.
I'm like, is Phil camping with his wife right now and we're bothering him?
Phil, it reminds me of Blair Witch Project when she's standing with the flashlight. I'm so scared.
Yeah,
we should all turn the lights off and just look at Phil. Let me see if I can turn the light off.
Yeah, wait, hold on.
Hold on.
I'm gonna turn my lights off.
Hold on. We go sit in darkness.
Hold on. I'm gonna turn my light off.
Hold on. Let me try and turn a light off too. Let's see.
There we go. Oh, that looks Phil. I look good in this light. Wow.
Hey, yeah, that is nice. I should
do the show like this all the time.
Yeah.
Phil, are we all dark? Oh, we're all dark now. Sitting in
like darkness. A Halloween special, right?
Hey, yeah. This is a pretty
like
good atmosphere. It's a nice atmosphere, especially with Halloween coming up. We should have a Halloween show and tell ghost stories.
I love it. Wait, Phil, speaking of freaky, hold on. Tell me what word you hear in this video. What'd you hear, Phil?
I didn't hear anything.
I heard green needle. You didn't hear anything?
I heard brainstorm again.
Do it again.
One more time, Phil. Read one of the words. Tell me what you hear.
Do it one more time.
Last time, Phil. What'd you hear?
I still didn't hear anything.
You didn't hear? Maybe it's not coming through. I heard brainstorm on that one.
Huh. Weird.
It's one of those things where everybody hears the different word that's up on the screen. Phil, are you gonna do any singing fireside for us right now?
I am.
Nice. Oh, so Phil, by the way, we had Lou Gossett Jr. on before. We had such a good time with him. He said that when he comes to this area, he wants to
go out to dinner.
We're going out to dinner with Lou Gossett Jr.
Wow.
You believe this?
Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, you need to hold him to that. That would be fantastic.
He said, get my phone number from his people, and we're going out for dinner with Lou Gossett.
Nice. An officer and a gentleman. That was probably my favorite role.
Right?
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, listen, man, what are you singing by the firelight outside? So are your neighbors going to hear this? Well, how's this working?
No, actually, I'm in my living room. This is my fireplace in my living room.
Oh, that's your phone. I thought you were outside, it looks like.
No, it's like 28 degrees outside, and there is ice everywhere.
Is that cold? Okay. Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, if you step outside, you just hear all these cracks and these branches all over the neighborhood just breaking everywhere.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, yeah, I've got like 40 trees in my yard, and probably 35 of them are trashed now.
Yeah, I should have put up that video. But Phil, I would like you in this light every time from now on. I'd like you by the fireplace.
Is that distance and darkness deal that guys always talk about?
Yeah.
You look great. Well, listen, we can't let the people down, Phil. So take us home tonight with a little something.
Yep, a little Freddie Fender. I put this up yesterday, and it's got like 250,000 views so far, and people really like it. So here we go.
Go ahead, my friend.
If he brings you happiness, then I wish you all the best. It's your happiness that matters most of all. But if he ever breaks your heart, if those teardrops ever start, I'll be there before the next teardrop falls. Si te quiere de verdad y te da felicidad, te deseo lo más bueno a los dos. Pero si te hace llorar, a mí me puedes llorar. Estaré contigo triste estás, and I'll be there before the next teardrop falls.
Oh man, I didn't know you spoke Spanish too. Look at you, Phil. All sorts of sexy.
Sí, yo pues no perfecto, pero yo hablo.
Phil, what
Sí,
was that? What was that
hablando.
acting gig when you were on the phone? You're like, sí, no, desperado.
Yeah, that was my little acting clip. It was a tribute to Narcos, one of my favorite shows on Netflix.
Oh man, I love it, dude. You got to watch Queen of the South too. It's awesome.
Queen of the South.
Yeah, it's a whole cartel series. It's great.
Oh, nice. Netflix or where?
Netflix. It's
wherever.
It's violent. It's everything you want in a cartel series.
Yeah, nice.
Crazy. Drug mule works.
Yeah. Well, so anyway, hopefully, I was kind of hoping my electricity would come on by the show, but it's not. So it's probably going to be.
This is great. This is great.
I'm enjoying this moment with us. Really, I am.
Really, it's nice. It's nice, man. Give us what do you? Oh, somebody wants you to say Doritos in Spanish.
Doritos.
There you go. Yeah, Doritos.
Yo quiero Doritos.
Listen. You went through hell and high water to get on tonight, so I got to at least get you one more song in here.
Okay. Let's see. I know it sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain. Girl, I'm leaving you tomorrow. Everybody wants me to be what they want me to be. I'm not happy when I try to fake it. Yeah, that's why I'm easy. I'm easy like Sunday morning. That's why I'm easy. Oh, girl, I'm easy like Sunday morning.
Like the light. I like the light.
Trying to put a little more light on my face. But
love it. Love
it. Good to see you guys.
Philly Kid, listen, man, stay safe in there.
Yeah, well, hopefully the electricity will come back on here pretty quick. But
I hope so too. I mean, if it's that cold, boy, on the lot.
Yeah, exactly. And well, this fireplace, it is our only source of heat, but it actually keeps the house pretty warm. So,
have you ever had an ice storm in Oklahoma?
Yeah, we do have them, but they usually stay in the western part of the state. It hardly ever comes this far east, but it did this time. And I mean, there is power outages all over the place. Businesses closing down, schools closing down. It's like the apocalypse. We're not ready for it.
Tell me about it,
man. Listen, this show goes into our archives. Great show tonight. Lou Gossett Jr., Jason Spiewak, the girl with the words video, whatever. I couldn't even tell you what Green Needle and what was the other? Green Needle. And our musical director extraordinaire, Phil, wouldn't let us down ever, even with no power. Take us out, Philly Kid. A little good night, sweetheart.
Oh, good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. We hate to leave you, but we really must say, oh, good night, sweetheart. Good